Hi, welcome back to Battling Monsters 3. So you're a good person. You're a terrific person. You're the kind of person I might like to get to know. Maybe you're even the sort of person that gets stuck with that awful label, nice. But at times, there are exceptions. You might suddenly lash out cruelly at a loved one. You might erupt in a rage. You might even act in violence, which is so not you. It's like something else took you over, something else expressed itself, something else came out of you. Well, if you are experiencing this, then you know what it's like to be the wolf. Now, there are werewolf legends in pretty much every culture in the world. But the stories I'm focusing on are the ones from these old movies that center on a good man, a guy dealing with just regular problems, maybe struggling with a distant parent or romantic difficulties, professional problems, stuff we all deal with. But one night, out of the blue, he is attacked by a mad sort of wolf. He fights it off. He's wounded, but he's okay. It all seems all right. Till sometime later, days, nights, weeks later, he starts feeling some changes. Maybe he starts seeing things differently, hearing them, feeling them differently. Maybe his beloved pet cat starts hissing at him, won't come near him. And then, one night, energized by the power of the full moon's light, his body erupts. It sprouts hair all over, fangs, claws, and he turns into a murderous beast, half man, half wolf, with the worst qualities of both, living only to maim and to kill. Wakes up the next morning, doesn't remember any of this. But over time, he begins to realize what he's become and what he's done. And to question what he needs to do to control and battle the darkness of his own soul. Now, everybody in the world has lived, as I said before, these qualities, just like you. Why is that? Why is it that we all have this werewolf inside us? Well, the great psychologist Carl Jung has a concept of the shadow self. His idea is that starting very early in life, we take the parts of ourselves that are unacceptable, that we can't deal with, and we shove them inside, put them away, say, I'm not going to have that exist. And by so doing, we create a problem because they want to get out. They want to express themselves. And they're going to do it one way or another. And if they won't come out, if we won't let them come out the way we want, they're going to come out some other way. And that's our werewolf. I like to think of it like if you drank a big iced coffee one morning. Now, a couple hours later, you'd have some urges. But imagine if you were inside a lecture or on a stage or something and you couldn't get to a restroom. How much worse the pressure would be, how much bigger the discomfort would be, how much stronger the urge to get out of you that coffee would provide. That's like this, except that it's emotions, not a mixture of caffeine and water. And because of that, there are parts of you saying that they need to come out, that these parts need to express themselves as much as you don't want them to. That's your werewolf. So what do you do about this? Now, according to these old movies, you can kill a werewolf by shooting it or exploding a building on it, or according to some of them, it requires silver, a silver cane or silver bullet. I'm not going with any of those here. I'm going with Jung. I'm saying that the way for you to contend with your werewolf is actually to let that part of you express itself, but in ways that you control. Maybe you can try to just talk about these feelings. They're unacceptable, but talk about them somehow. Write them down. Put them into art. Or maybe you just need to learn how to react more quickly. Not let these feelings of anger and fury build up. Respond sooner. Now that is a thing called anger management. And you can get that from a lot of therapists. There are many therapists in the world that are trained in this. It's very simple. It works beautifully. I recommend it 100%. But the key that I'm really getting to again is whatever version you do, to embrace the parts of yourself that you have shunned. After all, once you let it feel accepted, your wolf side can really become one of the best parts of a better you. And when you embrace it, it will embrace you as well. I promise. I promise. It works. Come here. Come here. Come here. Show them. Come here. Oh, come on. Yeah. See, that's not so bad, is it? Not at all. Bye-bye. See you next time. You're such a ding dong. Now you're interested.